Right, good people, what's going on? It's me, Demetrius D. Watts.
And this is Trey, aka Tremaine.
You dig? And this is tonight's podcast, episode 7. Yo, Trey, tell the people who's a special guest tonight.
The special guest, we got Flyboy Ace.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Entrepreneur.
Yes.
Comedian.
Yes.
Extraordinaire.
He's the man. He's going to help give his perspective on these dope topics tonight within the segments. Trey, what the segments we got for him tonight, man?
We got Back in the Day Story.
Oh, yeah.
We got the Wham topic.
Oh, yeah.
We got Bridge the Gap. And the most important we gotta have is Money, Paper, Cheese.
Money, paper, cheese. I love that topic. And y'all gonna love it too. Thank you guys for tuning in. And thank everybody who's new for tuning in. And shout out to our sponsors, PJC, People Just Chilling, and Keep It Clean Detailing. Do the right thing. Keep it clean, but keep it clean detailing. I'm Demetrius D. Watts.
This is Trey.
And yo, this is tonight's podcast. Enjoy the show.
Holla!
Hey, good people, what's going on, man? Welcome to tonight's podcast. I'm Demetrius D. Watts,
This is Tremaine, aka Trey.
and tonight we have a special guest, one of my good friends and funniest guys in Orlando, the one and only Ace Williams.
What's good, man?
What's
Shake a hand. Let that be up on
How
there.
you
You know what I'm saying?
doing? Quarantine.
He did.
Yeah.
Ace in the building. Flyboy Ace in the building, man. Ace, yo, tell the people, give them your at name first.
My
What can
at
they find?
name?
Yeah, what can they find?
I'm on Instagram, Flyboy Ace with 2 E's, and on TikTok, Flyboy Ace with 1 E. So the E is very careful. 2 E's Instagram, 1 E for TikTok.
2 damn E's, people. Remember that. Because sometimes you gotta cuss at people so they can understand. I got
Yeah.
cousins. They don't understand nothing unless you cuss at them.
Yeah, you gotta
Like,
be
how you
what's up.
doing today, man? They just, how the fuck you doing? I'm straight. Like, damn, bro. Cool. But no, we got Ace in here tonight on tonight's podcast who's gonna help. We ain't gonna say help. We gonna have a dope conversation
Yeah.
again.
What's up?
You know,
Men amongst men.
You
Men
know.
amongst men, because iron sharpens iron, as my man Trey
Like
say out
still
here.
sharpen still.
Exactly.
Yes,
And
sir.
we're gonna be stealing some time today. We're gonna go over good topics: the money, paper, cheese segment, the bridge the gap segment, the wham segment, back in the day topics. We got it all for you on tonight's podcast tonight. Shout out to our sponsors, People Just Chilling, PJC, and Keep It Clean Detailing. Do the right thing. Keep it clean. Keep it clean auto detailing. Yo, real quick, I know Ace, you got your own business that you do too, besides all the other good stuff we're gonna get into.
What's up?
What else you do out here with? What's your hustle out here?
What's
man?
up? Okay. You know, I got a whole brand with Ace. You know, Ace Sports Films, and what we focus on is videography and photography work for like youth athletes. If you play basketball, soccer, you young, kindergarten all the way up to college. You know, we could come film you. You know, take pictures of you. You know, we do some dope work too. So you know what I'm saying. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's up.
That's what I'm talking
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yep.
Yo, before we do that, let's see how everybody else doing. I think we did that right now. But Trey, how you been doing, man? Last
I've been
time
doing-
we been, what was been going?
Man, I've been doing good, man. Just writing out my plans, trying to figure what's the next move, next step, because progression equals happiness. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes,
without
sir.
progression and you still, you can't be happy.
That's not. I feel that. I feel
Yeah.
that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Gotta feel that stale. I think of speaking stale, you can't stale bread. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to figure out what stale, I ain't got nothing. People, I ain't got nothing. I was trying to go somewhere with it.
Nah, you go somewhere with it, you know what I'm saying?
I was
Because-
trying to get my poetic stuff, stale like the bread. It ain't going nowhere but the trash.
That's right.
Yes, sir. You better not eat it, or you gonna be doodling all day, boy.
Shoot, hey, you know what? That brings us to the new segment that we got on the show, man. It's called Back in the Day. We're gonna do some personal funny stories. Just something if we got
Okay.
something that happened back in the day.
Talking to me? Want me to go first? or-
Yeah, you go first.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Good.
Yeah.
So before I even get into the story,
Yes.
does it have to be censored or where we at with it?
Hey, just let it flow from
Just let it flow.
the
All right.
truth.
BG.
That's it.
All right, since you my people, my
All right.
homies and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is my back in the day story. So back in the day, before the phone, before the Pornhub, you had to go on your daddy computer. You know what I'm saying? You had to go on the PC. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, 6th grade, I was on it. Porn like mud, pop ups,
Okay.
everything. But I was on it.
Okay.
So You know what happens. You go on porn, you get the viruses, the pop-ups, and everything.
Oh yeah.
So
Fucking computer
that
start
shit.
going slow and shit out of
Hell
nowhere.
yeah. So I mean, me being a little bad behind kid, I was smart though. So like I'll go on the computer, after every porn beat session, I would clear the history, off, you know what I'm saying? But I went on porn so much, the computer just like had a virus breakdown. Like it was all when I say viruses like Trojan 3.5 was. I'm like, I didn't know Trojan had a 3.5. That bit was a whole different level of virus. But
Trojan's like the coronavirus of computers.
hey, bruh, 'cause when you get that virus on computers, bro, it's like ain't nothing you can do.
Exactly.
And then everybody know. You watching porn on my computer, like
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, so this is what I did. This was my 11-year-old get out of shit, solution. So my homeboy came over. He seen all the viruses, and he was like, "Man, you gotta do something about that." I'm like, "I don't know what to do, man. Like, like the computer messed up." So this is what we did. We came up with an ingenious plan to throw the PC, the PC on the ground at like the wires in there just broke. So that's the reason why the computer. So we went into the computer, literally into the PC, start cutting the wires out. So then. I ain't gonna front. When you in the middle of school and you just thinking to yourself,
yeah,
that was stupid as fuck. I'm finna get a whooping when I get home. And you got a whole day just to contemplate that whooping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the suspense kills you. That's
sound like y'all cut the wires. So you took your PC and y'all opened the PC and cut the wires out the PC?
Yeah, I don't know why, but we thought that was gonna make sense. Like, oh, this is the reason why we got virus on the computers because of the wires. So I'm like, damn, that didn't make no sense at all. Why the fuck did I do that?
A virus cut the wires.
Yeah, it was a virus, Dad. I was like, it wasn't me. So, but the whole day I'm crying. I'm just thinking about that whooper. I'm like, bro, he gonna tear my ass up. Like, I knew it. So I get home. My dad like, what happened to the computer? All the wires cut. I'm like, Dad, I don't know. It wasn't me. Maybe it was the virus. So he was like, man, that don't make no sense. But he didn't even whoop me that day. So I'm thinking like, oh man, it's crazy. But I didn't even tell you during that whole day of school. I told everybody I was gonna get a whooping. Like, I told I was crying, so I told the teacher lady. When you tell a teacher that you finna get a whooping and you crying,
they do extra work.
They call
parents.
they don't call the parents, but what's the child welfare services?
Oh yeah. Child
Child
protection, something like
yeah,
that.
the child protection. So when I say the next day, child protection came. They talked to me. Has your daddy been beating you? I'm like, no. So I'm like, dang, I done got my dad in trouble. So now they done call my dad talking about you been beating him and everything. So all this was cause I went on porn when I was 11 years old, and I didn't want to just be like, hey, daddy, I went on porn.
Yeah.
So back in the day, you know what I'm saying, before the phones, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so,
I got you.
What's
Like,
up?
just the call ID and the downtown phone.
Yeah, literally, bro. Back before all this, man. I feel like an old head right now. I'm 22.
Yeah. Well, I used to go on the porn sites and download the pictures. Nigga, I used to say the pictures have photos like little Playboy. I was like, yeah, I got a whole magazine looking at Lazy Duval.
Hey, you need to tell people like, yeah, this is my girl. My girl be sending me these photos. Yeah, you see that?
Oh,
This my girl. No, you got a girl, woman. I see you. Line like a mud.
Yo, that's it. And that's it, though. What you want to do, Trey? You want to tell your
yeah.
You want me to do
This is my baggage story. So my baggage story, I was in 7th grade, and
shit.
I just cut my hair. You know what I'm saying? Because I got like 2 F's, like F in science and F in math. So my father was like, yo, you want to cut your hair, whatever. So I was like, damn, I was hurt. So anyway, so I'm in class, English class, 7 in the morning. I was sitting next to this girl I had a crush on, so she was sitting there. And I don't have to tell you, this is the era. This is the era when Bow Wow was reigning supreme all across of Winston Park and everything. Like
Harlem Shaking, Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah. Like when girls look at Lil Bow Wow's picture, they used to scream like he was dead. I'm like, really? You just gonna scream? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, long story short, I was brushing my hair and I was daydreaming. And you know how the teachers get you when you're reading in your book, everybody reading along, and then you're not paying attention, they calling you.
Oh man.
So I'm over here like daydreaming, whatever. So my teacher was like, Tremaine, read the next part. Read the next part. So I was like, so the whole class aside, I'm looking like that, and I'm like, damn, what stupid out here. I'm over there trying to find it. And she was like, see, you need to pay attention because that's why you think one sentence is a paragraph. When she said that, the whole class laughed.
That was messed
The
up.
whole class laughed.
That was messed up, yo. Like she ain't had to do that.
She had to do that. She
Yeah,
could
yeah,
have been
yeah.
like, she could have been like, Tremaine, pay attention. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like, all right,
She
cool.
hit you with the dagger.
She hit me
Uh,
with the dagger.
roast,
That's why
nigga.
you think one sentence is a paragraph. So the girl that I had a crush on, that was sitting next to me,
Ooh.
she laughed at me too. Oh, my ego was crushed.
Mm.
So I looked at the teacher. I was like, yo, suck my dick. So she was like, what?
Yo, you done told the teacher that?
I told you, I was like, yo, suck my dick. So she was like, what do you say? So I was like, you heard me. So everybody was quiet, right? So she tried to get the it was like a student right across from me. She tried to tell him, she was like, what your man say? And so the dude looked at me like this. I'm like, yeah, go ahead and say that shit. I'll fuck your ass up. He ain't say nothing. So she was like, you know what? You hold right there. So she went and got this security guard named Miss Colbert. Miss Colbert, I can see why she was the lead security guard. She was ugly. She was not attractive. She was ugly. Like, looking at me was punishment. So she got her and came in and she was in the air like, he told me to suck his little wee wee. So like that to Miss Colbert. Miss Colbert was like, oh, he said that? Oh, you need to come in. So they came, brought me out of the class, went to the office. So I went to the office where I stayed there for like the whole day. They called my father and everything. So I ended up walking home. When I got home, my dad came home from work. He came upstairs with that belt.
Oh,
He started
Lord.
going off on me. I was like, oh,
hell no. Ooh,
So he basically beat me, whatever. Took my TV, took everything from me. Man. I was like, man, that's crazy. So I was on punishment for like a month. So my stepsister told my father, was like, yo, why don't you let Tremaine out the house, man? Cause he a prisoner. You know, he a prisoner in the house. And my father was like, I'd rather have a prison in my house than prison in somebody's penitentiary. And she said she shut up from there.
That makes sense though, especially
Yeah.
around the day. You know, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to your dad. Man. Shout out to your dad. Keep you out of prison, dog.
Yeah, so that was the moral of the story right there.
Yes, sir.
See now, if Boosie had been like your dad, see, you know what I'm saying? When you told the teacher to suck your dick, see now, if your dad was Boosie, the teacher would have sucked your dick.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but now, see, he kept you out the penitentiary though.
Yeah, he did.
See now, Boosie's son may go to the penitentiary because somebody sucked his dick.
Oh,
And his
okay.
dad didn't say no longer suck dick. Don't suck. Whatever.
I got you.
Hey, but since you brought Boosie up, can we talk about that though?
We talk about that. We talk about that.
Hey, my opinion on that situation, I personally see where he came from. You know, when he had the older women, like I see where he came from. Cause you know we was in, cause you think about it, he said it was a 12 and 13-year-old. So that's like 7th, 8th grade. We know how I feel like to be in 7th and 8th grade. Like that's when you want to. Like,
Exactly.
what? Like, this shit is killing you. It's like, oh my God. Like, I need to have this. It's like, man, I need it. I need it. Like,
I'm like, does it come with a manual? Like,
What?
I'm saying,
Nah,
I
so-
gotta buy the right pair of shoes. What type of shoes I need to get this shit?
For real. Like, hey, I'm gonna get a size 15. Size 15, be hard. Size 15. No, but so like this girl was like, I don't understand. Like that is like child molesting. I'm like, yo, you don't understand what it is to be a 12, 13-year-old boy. You know, every dude, especially black males, we know what it feels like to be a 12 or 13-year-old boy. So I felt like Boosie had to understand of, you know what? I know what you feeling. I know what I know the amount of trouble that you gonna push yourself into. Just getting something that is meaningless as head. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So he was a real nigga. Say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I'm gonna go ahead and get it to you. So now you know what it is. So now you ain't gonna be worrying about it and feeling over something that's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Boom.
So
That's
my opinion on that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that. I got up over here. So, before we jump to our next segment, I gotta tell y'all my little back in day story. Y'all got some cool back in day stories. You feel me? Like I don't know. I relate to the porn shit so much. It's like it's a computer chair that is nutted up right now. Like right there in the little right there in that spot. Computer chair fucked up.
Oh my God. Yo.
And yo, teachers probably I've had shit, too many teachers lying on me before. But this one is like it was middle school.
Uh-huh.
It was the first damn dance. It was the first
Ooh.
school dance.
Ooh.
Kind of like the wood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we didn't walk all together. Neighborhood one like that, but I was gonna meet my homies there at the Workman Middle School in the cafeteria. We was gonna be right there. And I was dating this girl at the time. I think what was her name? Janisha. Yeah, her name was Janisha. So I was like, oh snap. We in the dance, 6th grade. You know what they expect. All I've been watching was Disney movies, a little bit of black movies. What is dance? What happens at the damn dance? You know, like, oh, how are we gonna just grab a bitch and dance? Like, what do we do?
Yeah.
Like, is it they want to dance? How does shit work? Anyway, so the shit started going down, and I was like, fuck it. I just started dancing with a girl, and then like my homie started dancing with a girl. Don't know what dance we was doing, but I know I have my Tim Duncan jersey, that little Tim Duncan jersey, little NBA little fucking sweat wristband shit, headband shit.
I can see you doing that though. I can really see him doing that. That's right.
You remember that middle school and I was like, I think I had on some fucking black K Swiss.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking mom and bought Nikes.
Oh, you
selling
would.
the K Swiss. And so I danced with the girl. So we finally started having fun. We buying candy and shit. And now it's the last song. It's a slow dance. Casey and JoJo, the All My Life shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh
My
My
Life,
baby, that
Oh,
shit. Yeah, man. And I'm just got Janisha. We slow dance. We got a little arms around my neck. Got it right down the waist. And it's like, oh, it's popular. Popular. What? Got it, girl. Lights come on. Fucking, it's a cafeteria window. Right there, pointing my mom. That's my son right there dancing with the little girl right there. All the moms outside, everybody else just like that big ass window zoomed in. I'm like, yeah, keep dancing. I want to take a picture with your little friend. I'm like, Mom, for real, the window was big. I didn't notice it when the lights was off. The lights came on, you could see
you see
out and
That's
through that
crazy.
motherfucker.
Goddamn.
Bruh, and they was like, oh, you're right there. Just moms.
Yeah.
A sea of moms just pointing. I was like,
Oh my
damn.
god.
I had to look at her and was like, hey, my moms want to know if you want to take pictures.
Oh, shoot.
It was crazy as hell, man.
We had a good childhood, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't
we
gonna
did.
front. It sound like we had a good childhood, bro.
Fine.
Oh my god.
Hell alive, though. Bring it into the next topic, man. You want to introduce this next one, man?
Yeah, the next topic, money, paper, cheese.
Money, paper, cheese.
Cheese,
That's the time I like.
Yeah.
Money time,
Yeah,
cheese time, paper time.
yeah. So, everybody needs to, give each other financial advice, how to manage their money, at our level or whatever level you at in life and stuff like that. So let's go over the first one. All right. So the first one is invest time before money.
Of course.
Okay.
So
So
it's time for
yeah. So what's your idea of invest time before money?
All right. Me being an entrepreneur, like I make my own money. I write my own checks. Like I really live off of my time.
Okay.
So like I could understand that because at the end of the day, no matter how much you get paid or what, I don't care if you're getting paid $1,000, if $1,000 an hour. If there's something that you have to be there for your family, for your say your mama was going down, you're not going to say, you know what, I want that $1,000. You're gonna be there with your mama because that's your mama, right?
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, it's like time is the most important thing. So that's the reason why like I don't understand the philosophy. I don't want to say the philosophy, but how people get comfortable, just being in that 9-to-5 lifestyle. You doing the same thing every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day. It ain't no different. You clock in, you clock out. Like you might as well not literal, but you might as well be a slave if you're doing that. Because at the end of the day,
that is.
at the end of the day,
that clock.
You don't have control of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like you going to work, to work with somebody that you hate, somebody you do not like. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because I know the feeling. Like it feels like you're not really using your life the way you should.
Hey, wait, I don't even want to cut you off, bro. You got a lot of wisdom, man. How old are you, G?
I'm 22. You know,
22 out here.
Yeah, 22.
Entrepreneur
right.
out here. My bad to cut you off. Get back in
good,
your
man.
flow,
Yeah,
G.
yeah,
They
good.
already know
Gotta
that.
let them know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just because I really feel like that topic is a big thing for me because I've been through that. Like when I was 19, I had one job my entire life. When I was 19, I worked for Lockheed Martin. I was in the
Like you might have heard.
I was in the stockroom, and I got that job because of just I knew somebody that knew somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm making money, but it was just like every day it was always something. I was mad because I was in this situation and I hated that situation. So you know what? I got myself out of that situation. Said I'm gonna make my own money. So can't nobody say nothing to me. If I'm making my own money, I'm doing my own thing. I got my own problem.
So I'll ask you a question. When it comes to investment time, like I understand you working on Lockheed Martin and everything.
Mhm.
So did you slowly wean yourself off the 9 to 5 job, and when your business started taking off, then that's when you quit? Or did you quit your job and then you just went into your own business?
No, I got fired.
Oh.
Well, you went to your own business.
Yeah, hey, I have to tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, I got fired. One day the guy said, you ain't gotta worry about coming in today. I'm in the car. I'm like, oh, okay, let me get back out and go back home. That's all you got. You know what I'm saying?
This man dropping jewels over here. This
Hey,
Coach Williams,
jewels.
everybody. If you listening,
Dropping
this is-
jewels at 22. You know what I'm
You got
saying?
to, man.
That's it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be knowledgeable about things, or at least have principles about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because if you know what I'm saying, like if you follow the circus, you know what I'm saying, then you just a clown. You know, I ain't gonna be no clown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What about you, man?
Yeah, I look at it a different way now, man. Especially investing time before money.
Mhm.
You know, since time is something you can't get back, I guess just like what Ace said, man. It's like you gotta invest that time to those that matter, like your family. That's pretty much where it's going back now, man. Because an example, Kevin Hart, he said he got hurt in the accident, right? Hurt his back. But he invests so much time, the thing what I'm getting at is he had so much love with his family that his family was actually there for him during his recovery time. Like checking on him, like stopping what they had to do just for him. Like imagine that, like you don't invest that time in your family, you get so caught up in work that you're away from your family and shit go wrong. They don't know what's going on with you like that. Or I don't know where I'm trying to go with that, if that makes sense. But I'm more so like,
well, I
because
get
some
you saying.
things you can't spend money on.
There you go.
Now, he got all the money in the world to pay for physical therapy,
Mm-hmm.
but that time that he invests doing for his family, that paid off greater than what you can pay for like in the doctors or something.
Yeah, I understand. It's like I get what you're saying. It's like you probably have the money in the world to get all the fitness training and all that stuff, but the real basis of you healing is the love and the mentality from your family to give you that more like, you know what, I got something to live for.
You know what? Hell yeah, we'll go with that. People y'all listen, I'm going. Hey,
You know what I'm saying? We got your back. We got your
man.
back, yo. We got your
They
back.
smart. Damn, I'm over here like it's hard. And
You know what I'm saying? We got your back.
His
We
back
listen.
got hurt, and it was time. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Nah, bro.
That's,
Hey.
but that's important though. Like you gotta be able to spend time with the ones you love. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you don't know, just like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? You don't know when is your time. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing something productive, something
Exactly.
family wise.
He had that money too.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what does it do? What's it doing now? Well, for his family, for his wife, of course, but for him, he's no longer able to use it. But at the end of the day, all about time. And we comedians, so time is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody pay you for 10 minutes, you get 10 minutes because there's a lot of time, a lot of effort that goes into that 10 minutes. So it's valuable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, investing time before money for me is like basically got put in that work. Like if you it's a difference between you earning $1 million and you giving $1 million. You know what I'm saying? If you earn $1 million, you have the knowledge and the maturity to have that $1 million. So if you lose that $1 million, you know how to get it back. Like it's nothing. But if you giving $1 million, you're gonna have a poverty mindset. You know, not all, but most people have poverty mindset. They're gonna take that money and spend it on liabilities instead of assets of what they need to do. So it's like because when you first get the money, you know what I'm saying, just like say you get the money and you don't have the knowledge and mentality for you act off of impulse. But you put in the work, you appreciate the process to getting that money. So you know it's like, you know what, like if this fails or anything like that, I know how to get it back. I got the tools, I got the knowledge. It's the maturity of the level that you want to get what you need to get. So invest time before money.
Exactly.
Big facts.
Yeah.
This is the 5 rules of money, people.
5 rules of money. Yep.
Listening, and if you're watching tonight's podcast, we got my man Ace, Flyboy Ace Williams in here.
Yep. What's good?
Trey is killing it right now, man. This Trey took off with this one. Money, paper, cheese, man. That was rule number 1. What we got for number 2?
Number 2 is be of value. So
value, of course.
Be of value. So what do y'all think about that? Be of value. What's your concept of it?
Be of value. Is that in regards to just money and
anything, man? Anything, man. Because look, think about it. Money is basically like it's your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
be of value. Okay. So being of value is important because if you're not of value, you just one of the working ants, you know. But when you're of value, you can use that value to earn money. You can leverage that. You can leverage that value to earn favors. You could use that value to provide for your family, put food on your kids' plate. So value is important, and you can't just be valuable in one thing, because you know how many people are valuable in just one thing. Like say you were single, right? Yeah. You may be able to sing your ass off, but there's a lot of people that can sing. Can you sing? Can you DJ? Can you dance? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what will get your, what will make you blow. Like with Jamie Foxx, like I'm a big Jamie Foxx fan. Like Jamie Foxx to me is like
triple threat.
Yeah, like I look up to him. And the reason why I look up to him is because like Jamie can do so many. You ever watch a Jamie stand-up special, man?
Yeah.
It's like,
in the past,
but it's like, yo, like this man will have you dying with the impressions. His act outs. But fine. And then at the end, he'll start singing, playing the piano. I'm like, oh my Lord, like Jamie, oh my God. Like, bruh, like Jamie is just like dope. Like, bruh, if I ever met Jamie, bruh, I'll be like, yo,
teach me the game.
That's it. Just, yo, hey, I don't even need to say nothing else. Just yo, bruh, like,
True.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny you say that. Bet. All right, yo. Who's a better actor? Who you going with? Will Smith or Jamie Foxx?
Well, you just are you
actor?
Actor. Well, I think you have to give it to Will just because of the roles that he's played. You know what I'm saying? Like he played, roles that the younger generation can relate to. With just being himself in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But then he played like iconic roles like in Muhammad Ali and Ali. You know what I'm saying? And then he
Pursuit of Happiness and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like that scene in Pursuit of Happiness when he tells little Jaden, don't let nobody discourage your dream or tell you what you can and cannot do. That's on Instagram to this day. I can go on Instagram right now and pull up a meme with that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So to me he's more iconic, but Jamie Foxx is still a hell of an actor. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I always give it to Jamie, bro.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give it to Jamie as being his better actor.
Well, if you're gonna say that, then what roles made him the better actor in your mind?
Main role is Ray.
I forgot about that.
Glued his eyelids shut to prepare. He went blind to prepare for one movie. I'm gonna give it Ray. I'm gonna go ahead and give it shoot, he just got this other one now, Mercy. That's a new one for this decade. The Canadian people. He did it to Michael B. Jordan. That's Oscar nominated. Yeah. He got the movie with Tom Cruise. He did. I think that thing was called. Starts with a C.
But you can't. Collateral.
Collateral. Yeah. He got that. He got the one he played a violinist when he went in deaf with Al Pacino. He's not deaf, but he went like was like autistic.
Yeah,
he played that role. Yeah. He plays comedy roles. He sings. He played Dreamgirls. He was in that shit.
But
He plays challenge. He plays a wide variety of roles. I give it to Will
well,
too,
we
but
need a
it's
Jamie
always just.
Foxx versus
Will Smith.
yeah
So versus
yeah.
But
That's
like,
what we need.
'cause, I mean,
for real.
and
Like
Jamie, he was
right.
in Ali too, and he made the supporting role stand out
True.
because I believe that was what got Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
It didn't win. That supporting role had to have Jamie in that bitch.
And people tend to forget too that Will Smith was a music artist first before he came there too. So you can't discredit him because his rapping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Will got his rapping.
Yeah.
You feel me? But he ain't rapping in no movies.
No, well, you didn't know any
Nah, you're
Jamie
right.
Foxx singing in any movies?
Yeah.
Except what Ray.
Oh,
yeah, I give you
yeah.
that. Yeah, that's true.
He was
Oh, yeah.
in that. I mean, he got in Living Color.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like
what-
his range, I look at Jamie Foxx for his whole range. Will Smith,
But-
I know you got to lead. I know there's gonna be action.
Mhm.
I know that's what they expect.
okay.
Jamie, before you playing this character, what's finna happen?
Yeah.
Oh, you played the Django. Couldn't even see you doing this role. Jamie, you played the Django. Dang. Will Smith turned down. What movie Will Smith turned down?
The Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix.
He
Yeah.
turned that down. He turned down another movie that Jamie ended up taking. Oh, the Django.
That Django.
Yeah, it's like,
Mhm.
yo, you turning down the role because you want something catered to you. But it's great. Like, you do iconic role, I
Yeah.
Robots, I'm Legend. Killer roles is the same to me, though. So it's easier.
I think he turned down Django because he did Wild Wild West, and
Oh,
Wild West didn't do too good. So I guess by him doing Django, it's kind of like, it's like Wild Wild West 2.
Okay.
But at the same time, you gotta look at who's behind the movie too. You know, like behind that, the person that's behind Django is Quentin Tarantino. You know
True,
what I'm saying?
true.
So
Ooh.
you
Yeah.
can't compare Wild West to a movie that Quentin Tarantino is about to put on display. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
but I mean, I just think like you gotta think of now like whose acting career is more impactful,
Probably
Jamie.
gonna be Will Smith's more.
So
Yeah.
if Will Smith is more impactful, I feel like you got to.
But
I like
wait,
him
time
better.
out. But did he get an Oscar though?
nah, he hasn't.
He hasn't got an Oscar, but Jamie
Jamie
did.
has one. Yeah, he got.
But
he
I
got
don't,
the
man, I
acting-
don't.
He got the acting awards. This is a tough one. It's a good one
Man,
though.
I don't
You feel
care
me?
about none of that stuff.
But to sum
Them
everything,
niggas is back.
but yeah, exactly. To sum everything up, they're valuable. They're
Yeah.
valuable in their craft because they get sought after to do iconic roles and everything like that. Because remember, when you first start off as an actor or actress, whatever, you gotta go out and they gotta choose you. And then when you get good at what you do
They
and you
send
become
you
valuable,
scripts.
they send you scripts. That's how you become valuable. So yeah, to wrap that up. So what's your?
Shit, now that's all I can think of.
That's all you
kid.
think of?
Hey, but
Yeah.
the thing now, go back to that. Jamie Foxx is the reason why Jamie Foxx is even popping today is because he was a comedian first with In Living Color, and then through In Living Color he was able to branch off into acting. But at first it was his valuability and comedy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
And he's a beast in that.
you never know where you're gonna take off at. So that's why with me, I DJ, I do
Mhm.
comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like I dance. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. You want me to go on stage and have a motivation speaker, I'll do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get popping.
And
You
also,
gonna say that?
be a value too is that they say that it's 1% talent and 99% business. So you're all about your business. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like Kevin Hart, he's all about his business, and then the talent he just throw that on screen, whatever. But it wasn't for his 99% business, then he wouldn't have a chance to show his talent.
Yeah. And the other thing about Kevin, everybody who's under Kevin that's on his team, they all own right now. That's what I like. I respect that so much about Kevin, man.
Mhm.
Like when you blow up and you say, you know what, all these people been around me since day one. I want them to blow up too.
Yeah.
I respect that. So
And these are homies that he grew up with, and they're comedians.
yeah,
And they wrote because one of them wrote was it Night School. One of them wrote Night School,
Yeah.
put them in charge to do the producing and everything, and he was teaching them at the same time. Like, yo, I'm gonna be difficult. When you producing this movie, I'm going to be difficult.
Mhm.
So just in case you go to venture out and do your own thing, and you run into somebody similar like me, you know how to handle it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So and so by being valuable, also teaching others. That's also valuable.
He was like, ooh, he became more valuable because he was able to give back.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be. And you know what? It don't have to be money. It can just be knowledge to get the money.
He invests his time with them people.
Yeah.
Going back to-
Invest in
I'm trying to
time
go
before.
back.
I got you. Invest in
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
before the money.
I'm trying to do something.
Invest in time before the money. Yeah.
It's value.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta have time to become value. So it's like everything that we're saying is kind of tying in, you know, back with each other.
Exactly.
You know what
And for
I'm
our
saying?
college students, best time before money is internship.
Big fact.
They
You gotta get it though.
You
You
know what I'm
gotta get it
saying?
though.
You got to be the
what I'm
student before the teacher, you know?
And when you
Yes,
get in,
sir.
once you get in there, you realize it's whack as hell. Then you go and do your own shit.
Yeah. So let's go to number 3. Number 3 says, don't let money get bored.
Don't let money get bored.
Don't let money get bored.
Oh. Hey, well, I swear y'all bringing out every.
Come
Put
on,
my
man.
sleeves down. Y'all just bringing up
And
every
it's a
side
nice
of me.
podcast,
It's a
man.
nice podcast, man.
Hey.
Podcast.
Don't let money get bored. So this goes back to time. If you don't know how to maneuver with your money, you're gonna always be giving up your time because you don't never have enough money. So this is how you get past that. This is the 1%, mindset.
Okay.
You get your money, right?
Mhm.
However you get it, whatever you do to get it, that's on you. But once you get your money, you take 30% of that and you use that to live off of.
True.
You take the rest, you save it, you invest it,
Yep.
you flip it, you real estate, whatever. But
Yeah.
that money is to grow more money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
If your money ain't making money,
Yeah.
then you ain't doing the right thing. And you're gonna always be in that mind state
Come
and
on,
just
Ace.
always, man. You know
Come
what
on,
I'm saying?
Ace.
So you gotta be smart with your money. You gotta be able to before you even get that check. All right, this percentage is going here. This percentage is going here. This percentage is going here. If you know your check is only $1,000, don't buy them motherfucking Jordans. Well, actually, $1,000, but you know what I'm saying, like or whatever. I don't know your expenses, but most people work at. If you working at like a McDonald's or you work a whole week, you only get $300 or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't go buying Jordans. Like you're not at that level. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know what level you on and maneuver from there. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so don't let money get bored. Yeah, man, because I feel like if you just save money and you just hoard money and you don't invest it in anything like that, you're going to lose money.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because as you go through life, stuff breaks down.
Yeah.
And when things break down, you're going to spend. And then you're like, dang, I got to spend this money now. And then you're like, dang, but if I would have took this money and flipped it, whatever, it would be more damage control. Like, yeah, I'm paying for this and get the damage, but I got $3,000 over here consistently growing, and I know it's gonna be $5,000 in another 6 months or something like that. Yeah, so
Big fact.
that's how I look at it.
And let me drop a. I'm sorry.
Drop
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Let me drop a
Bro.
gem. Let me drop a gem because you said that made me think about something.
Mhm.
You have to create accounts for your different needs, right? So
Mhm.
like myself, like I literally have an account called Ace Cars
Mhm.
because I know like with my car something gonna happen. I'm gonna need an oil change. The tire gonna go flat. So I
Yeah.
save, before something happen,
Mhm.
I go ahead and put money there.
Mhm.
No matter what it is in
Big
life,
facts.
you gotta have an account for whatever you need. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like if you have a dog, have an account for that dog. So whenever if that dog has to go to the vet, you not and hit you
You're
with
not
$300.
pulling out some
You're
other
not.
account.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
It's kind of like you got whatever you take with your apps that you use, like you
Yeah.
had a car situation.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly. That's
you got, I'm telling you, it's money management and being selective on where your money goes.
Mhm.
That's what's gonna save you. Like myself,
Mhm.
like all of us, we're going through this Corona thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Okay.
like the income is down. For a lot of us. So if you didn't have that money, selected here and here and here, right now you fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
because I look at it by you breaking it down like that, because that's what I do too. You can't control everything in life, but you can control most of things because like it's like a plan. The reason why you have a plan, like us shooting this podcast, is a plan. Imagine we just winging it. We have a big error margin and everything be messing up and everything like that. But since we have a plan, we have a small error margin. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, when it comes to basically planning everything, you got to be proactive, not reactive. You know what I'm saying? If you live in proactive ways, that's why we have car insurance. Just because, but this is my parents told me. Just because you know how to drive doesn't mean everybody else know how to drive. You see what I'm saying? So
Just
you might get
in
up in a
case.
situation, boop boop. You have
Yeah.
insurance. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
But to
Why-
me, that's still a rip off too. But
but no. But I'm gonna break it down.
You're right though.
I'm gonna break it down though. Yeah, it's a rip off too when it comes to insurance for them, but we can be our own insurance. We can develop our own insurance. You know what I'm saying?
To
Like,
me, that's
oh,
health
yeah.
insurance. That's why. Like I never, and my dad told me this one time. This is when I was working, with Lockheed Martin in the stock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, well, you may have benefits. I'm like, what's benefits, Dad? Oh, that's when they take money out of your check and put it in basically like a healthcare fund or whatever. And now you have like health benefits. So when you go to the doctor, part of that fund is being used so it's not so expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, well, why don't you just take the money out your own self and then put it in the account? Oh, well, see, they do it. No, like that's stupid. So now when you use the insurance, you're going to get a little bit of it, but you still got to pay out of pocket. Like it's not like you just go to the doctor and be like, all right, peace. You still got to pay something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you gotta
like that.
be self-reliant, man.
all right.
Yeah.
So don't let money get bored. That was number 3.
Yeah.
Number 4 is the more you learn, the more you earn.
Big facts.
Yeah.
You got to.
So I can go first on that. The more you learn, the more you earn. I was in the situation where, I lost my apartment and everything like that. So what I did was when I was staying on
I started watching a lot of motivational YouTube videos. I was during that time I was in college. I was in college. I was working at my job part time, and I was working downtown as a street promoter. So I was like doing that like every day, 7 days a week, consistently, just going hard. And I started reading books. Like getting different perspectives on life and everything. And it's like from there, like some days I gained, and some days I took a loss. But I always knew like, hey, if I just keep rolling with the punches and anticipating things, then I'm finally going to get it. And it finally came true.
Mm-hmm.
Took care of all my debts and got my own place,
Yeah.
And then I went from there, man. So right there, that let me know, like, the more you earn, the more you learn,
You got to. I think that's just about experience, you know what I'm saying? Because life best teacher is experience,
Facts.
Just going through life, you're gonna learn things, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're raised up, you around your mom, your daddy, they instill certain values in you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what you knew as a kid. That's the way your mind think. That was your perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like if you in this house, you know what I'm saying, all your life. Only thing you gonna know is this.
Exactly.
But when you open the door, you walk down the block, and it's like a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? Like just imagine what a rat knows compared to what an eagle knows. 'Cause
Yeah.
the eagle sees everything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's all about perspective.
It
man.
has that 20/20 vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got you.
This is what I think about for the more you earn, the more you learn, the more you earn. I don't know why I'm smiling, fellas.
Hey,
well, you
hey.
happy.
Yeah, you happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Hey.
in the memory of nigga Kobe, you
know what
can't
I'm saying?
score if you don't shoot.
Hey.
Now,
You should be happy, man. We still living. We still breathing. You know what I'm saying?
And I've been learning from the best. So
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot right now. You dig? But I say that for as like investing in yourself for as like knowledge. I invest in myself to learn, like to read more books. Like the books I've read, to learn the jewels that were dropped in there, like the 50 Cent book,
Oh yeah.
Peeping That,
Oh, yeah.
Game That, the Jay Prince book you let
Jay
me
Prince.
read.
Yep.
Some of that stuff you can't get that on your own. You can't get that for free. You got to personally go buy that to learn that, read that, learn it yourself, and apply it. I have a master class. I don't know if y'all know
Oh,
what
yeah,
master
I got that
class
shit
is.
too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I
I
did the
got
whole
that
but and now guess what?
I don't got that, but
Yeah, hey,
I'm
hey,
associated.
hey, I mean, if I talk about masterclass, I ain't gonna front. This is not even a masterclass promotion. But masterclass, is low key kind of dope, man. Cause it's like I literally just got watched. I don't know if you've seen it, but one with Ron Finley. Ron,
Yeah, I just watched the Garden Dude.
Yeah, the Garden Dude.
Yeah, I got my garden shit over there.
This dude got it,
Yeah.
I
bruh.
go out down the back.
That bill had me like, you know what? And his messages with that, about the black community, really kind of astounded me, man. Cause it's like, yo, the black community, we don't grow nothing for ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I feel like we're in the situation that we're in now. Like police killing us, and everything that's happening. I'm not saying that it's all our fault.
It's part of the system of being not being dependent and not being independent. So yeah.
Yeah. You know, and you basically, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
when you depend, you know what I'm saying? You can't. That's like you know when you was in your mama house, right?
Mhm.
You can't go to your mama and say, "Mama, cut the AC down. I'm hot." Like, you know
What?
what I'm saying? You can't do that. You know
Yeah.
that's your mama house. And at the end of the day, this ain't our house. This ain't our home. You know what I'm saying? And I
Exactly.
like as you know as much as I'm like black strong, you know, like I want the best for our people. The first thing we gotta do, we gotta take care of ourselves first, you know, because you know as black people we were better when we was segregated, you know what I'm saying? Because we built from within, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta build from within. You gotta we gotta develop our own banks, you know, our own financial institutions, you know what I'm saying?
We need that. We need more of that.
Yeah,
Definitely more of that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I feel like you can't, you know, put all this energy on everybody else externally because you can't control what they do at the end of the day.
But
Like,
then
you can't control what we
do in a way, because with that we can't control what they do. Because Kevin Hart got this initiative with J.P. Morgan, with J.P. City Morgan, with the city banks.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to control the way in which we are actually educated as black people to learn how to use our money again, so that we can get back to our own businesses and stores. Because I know we all know what to do. But we like 3 people out of the 13%. And the 13% is like how many?
Yeah.
100,000 black people. So really, not too many black people know are financially literate.
But I mean, and that's why like I want our generation to change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? And you know this ain't got nothing against like the older generation. You know, my mama, my daddy, my grandmama, my granddaddy. But the way they dealt with stuff, they went to church. You know, said, oh, you know what? You know, Jesus, this is what you know we're supposed to go through.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm not taking nothing away from that.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is just like let's stop. You know, going and praying and hoping that you know God will help us.
Having faith
and help
with no
us for
work.
ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Having
Like,
faith with no work behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I give you that
Cause
because back in the day, man, you know, churches back in the day, especially Martin Luther King and the civil rights, that was the social media back in the day. That and barbershops. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that.
That was the social media back in the day. Now this is our social media now. Everything's out in the open now. We have easy access now. You know what I'm saying? To get everything now. So there's no excuse not to learn, you know, to earn more money. You know, so there's no excuse because now you can be an entrepreneur in your own backyard. You know what I'm saying? Speaking about plants, whatever, stuff like that. You notice that your grandmothers and great aunts, whatever, they start growing plants now, but they kind of end of their age and stuff like that. But we need to do that now when we're young because we have time. You know what I'm saying? So we can grow.
And you invest that time, grow your plants. The stuff that you can grow from your plants, but that time you invest, it makes you money
Facts.
because you've been learning.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Learning because the more you know, the more you earn,
Exactly.
and you know you just a value now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And plants is a metaphor of life.
And it keeps growing, it never gets bored.
Yep.
Hey, I like how we just, you know, brought it all
Yeah,
together.
bring
You
it
know what I'm saying?
You
I
gotta
like
bring
that.
it back.
I like
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
I like that.
Because, you know, Lion King, Circle of Life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. You gotta have that.
And, you know what I'm saying?
5
Everybody's
rules of
something.
money, goddamn.
But yeah, so the fifth one is, and the last one, people, is the right partner will make you rich or
Right
make
partner.
you poor.
Make you rich.
So the right partner meaning like your spouse,
Yeah.
your girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Your day one.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that, man. You know, you gotta choose the right one. You know, whoever I pick to be, you know, the main one to ride with me. I don't want to have to feel like I gotta, you know, stop for you and you know, be your daddy and you know, be all everything else. You know? And at the end of the day, like let's help each other grow. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like let's work for each other. Let's both be financially independent. So I'm not relying on you, but you're not relying on me. But at the end of the day, we're still growing together. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know, you advise me, I'm advising you.
this is my perspective. I feel like your partner, me as a man and having a woman, like they're the ones that they fill in your blind spots. They're your blind spots, meaning like men, we're focused creatures. Like we have to focus. You know, we're more logic and more like we 50% emotional and 85% logic. You know what I'm saying? So we focus to get what we need to get, whatever. Women, they more emotional. Their power, in my opinion, is that they can sense things in the room. They have intuition. They're very good at finding things. Like, for example, this is my experience. And so my father was like, you know where my damn belt at, or my socks, whatever? And out of nowhere, my stepmom was like, oh, it's behind the couch by the corner next to the TV. And he go over there and it's right there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's built in their DNA. Because back in the day, during Africans, you know, or cavemen, wherever you want to tell the origins, that women had to go and find plants to see which plants was poisonous and which plants was nurturing. The reason I had to do that because they had to take care of the child. You know what I'm saying? And when they had to take care of the child, they had to read the child's body language to see if he's hungry, is he sick, and stuff like that. So that's why I say women are more of a blind spot. So if your woman is not offering but put food on the table for you and handle the, you know, my father told me that a woman is the manager of the house, but the man's the CEO of the house.
I rock with that. Yeah. I rock with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you know what I'm saying, so having the right spot. So if your wife is not, you know, if she's not, and look, there's another thing too, I want to bring this out too. A woman should challenge your mind, not your manhood. You know what I'm saying? She got to challenge you to make you think differently. You know what I'm saying? You make the decision, you make the final decision, but she gotta make you think differently. Like, well, baby, I don't think you should do it this way, because why would you do it this way? You think about it, you know what, you're right. Because that's what I mean about the blind spot. If she challenges your manhood, oh, I should be like this. It can't be two guys in a relationship. It gotta be one man and it gotta be one woman. That's just the order of life. You know what I'm saying? You can have a lesbian relationship. Some are going to be the male in relationships. Some are going to be the masculine.
Yeah.
You know, with the female, some are going to be the masculine. You gotta leave, but yeah.
I don't know if y'all guys see Black Panther.
Yeah.
I think the message that was portrayed in Black Panther, how you had King T'Challa and everybody who was part of his advisors, his crew were women. Because at the end of the day, women have the most genuine heart. Women, a woman, the way a woman is gonna help you is gonna be different than the way a man will. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, a man is gonna he has pride. He wants he wants to be the man himself.
Yeah.
But a woman don't mind. I want you to be the man, because if you the best version of yourself, you know what I'm saying, then I know you're gonna be a better version of yourself for me. So
exactly. Because women they don't date down, they date up.
Yeah.
So you being the leader and you doing what you're supposed to do, they gonna stick with you for the ride.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My grandma used to always tell me, if you always honest with a woman, she's gonna ride with you for life. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta be honest, and they the most loyalest people, man, ever, man. Like,
True.
For real.
True. That's true, man. What about you, man?
On what? What we talking about?
High as fuck right now.
The topics we talking about,
I'm talking about the topic.
Go on.
Hey,
my love for women.
You know what I'm saying?
I love women.
Yeah.
Hey.
The right partner will make you rich or make you poor.
Okay. So we can talk about relationships with that. Ain't too much we can talk to them with that, but we can also talk about in business. The right partner in business
True.
will make you rich or poor.
That's
You've
true.
seen that. You've seen that in history. Some people team up, they start a business, a company, stocks, tax, credit card repair, whatever repair. One person screw the person over, take all the money, or the other person don't pay the bills, they go out of business. You gotta end up bouncing back, make you poor, or you get with the right people and you get rich. And y'all all just clicking, working together. Y'all line up, ideas go like, compliment each other. It just works. Y'all take off like Johnson and Johnson. They weren't brothers. They were two different people. The same last name.
Hey, I didn't know that. I thought they were brothers.
I'm fucking around. They was related though. But still.
They were related?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
still,
I'm like, I could have sworn they was related.
That'd be a cool ass partnership. Procter and Gamble. There we go. Two partnerships. Procter and Gamble worked. Them cats went up. But then you got, James and Gerald from the west side of Orlando. They tried to start their food truck.
Oh, okay.
Shit didn't really work.
Oh, yeah. No wonder.
Shit just didn't work.
Yeah.
Fucking Daryl didn't, they want to take the food truck to get the oil changed because he and you have all the money saved up, and the money they did earn, they ain't even buy all the food they needed to in bulk because they made bad decisions. And what's it called supposed to be responsible for that? That's just all hypothetical, but that's how shit be feeling.
Yeah,
And so motherfuckers lose out on money. So that's how I see the right partner can make you rich or poor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that sense, we probably dabble into it like people who got with Apple in the beginning. They teamed up, partnered with each other, great, made them rich.
Yeah.
Got with goddamn Dada's, it worked for a minute, but then I don't know anybody who's buying Dada's.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what Dada's is.
See what I'm saying?
It was a brand like a sneaker.
Hopefully they sold
Dada's.
out.
Oh, that's a sneaker. I thought that was cereal.
That was-
Like, damn, I could have sworn I had some Dada's when I was little. Shit, I love them Dada's.
Yeah, but that's what I think it is for rich and for poor. With a partner.
Now we got the wham topic. The wham topic
Wham
said,
topic.
and just like the meat of the podcast,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the wham topic is: should you be presentable at all times?
You got to. You got to be presentable. Because you know why? Because if I don't know you and yet you are trying to do business with me, the first thing I'm going to see before you even say a word is your appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And if you dusty, you got ripped, everything on your jeans is ripped, like you've been working like construction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna look at you like you're at my level, kind of like, oh,
Gotcha.
we can make moves together. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at you as, oh, you just you there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the way you look, is important.
Gotcha. What about you?
Okay, so for at all times, when you want to be presentable at all times, it's situational for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because personally, I'm gonna move how I want to move. My lifestyle, I look at that is based on your lifestyle. Are you being you at all times?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you always presentable. I'm a chill person, so this is my chill. I'm cool. This is what I do.
Yeah.
I'll walk out anywhere like this. Go to a store, Walmart, go shopping, go to someone else's house.
But then
This is
at the
where
end
they
of the day,
can find me.
that's your presentable. Like you don't have to wear a 3-piece suit and that's the idea of presentable. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is you know what I'm saying, is presentable. But I want to say that you in the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like you could be like a comedian. You have comedians like Steve Harvey with suits. That's him. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, you can have a comedian like Carlos Miller. He got jeans on, 85 South T-shirt, hat to the back. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So your presentable is whatever you are. You know what I'm saying? My presentable, I like to wear a headband. I'm not wearing one right now, but I like to wear a headband. I may wear a jersey or something. Some Nikes or whatever. But that's me at the time.
I will say this though, do not get caught slipping. What I mean by that, you can be presentable, be yourself, but when you bummy though.
Yeah.
So you just don't want to step out bummy and get
Yeah.
caught slipping like
Yeah.
it's just a 7-Eleven. We're just gonna get some papers and be right back.
Oh.
You go out to 7-Eleven, see everybody you went to school with, and be messed up. Be like,
hey.
dang.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
these got a hole in. They do got holes in them. I ain't mean to.
Hey.
Damn.
If I'm going to 7-Eleven, like I'm just going to 7-Eleven because I want to get some hot Cheetos. Wanna come back here, you know what I'm saying, and chill. I'm gonna go with whatever. If I just have a white beater on and some drawers, I'm going down there as a white beater and some drawers.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Why y'all not supposed to agree? Why hold
I'm
on?
over here like,
Why y'all agree with that?
No,
I was just playing.
I was just about to say, like, nigga, that ain't being presentable at all times, though. So should we be presentable at all times? Wait a minute, man. W-A-M.
I was just playing. Not drawers with jump shorts or whatever. But
Yeah, I feel you.
But now that's your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You be presentable.
Yeah.
Don't get caught slipping. What's going on?
Well, when I say presentable, like I said, I had a story before. One time, I always go to the mall fresh.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I went to the mall after work, and I was in suit and tie, and I went inside the Expressman, Express the suit and tie store. So I walked in and everything. So a white lady came up to me and was like, "Hey, can you give me this in the size? You have the size?" I was like, "Man, I don't work here." You know, so they was like, "Oh, I thought you had all the outfit on." I was like, "Appreciate the compliment, but I don't work here." And she was like, "Okay, cool." So I'm looking at stuff, whatever. So one girl came up to me and was like, she worked there. She was like, "Oh, you think anything? Do you need anything?" I was like, "Well, I'm about to walk out of here because this shirt right here is $80. I ain't paying $80 for no shirt." You know what I'm saying? So she was like, "Oh, well, yeah, that's how much it costs right there. But I know some similar shirts in the back." So this girl went back there and she brought me every color shirt, and them shirts was them shirts was $25. $25. And I was so presentable, and not just presentable by how I look, how I articulate with her, how I was talking to her, I was being charming, I was blah blah blah. I was paying $150, bringing it down to $20, offer a discount.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's love right
And
there.
she showed me love. Like it's not like I met her before. I was like, "Oh, you got me." Bro, it was presentable. I got all those benefits, and she ain't know me from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being presentable creates opportunity.
Well, to go on what you basically said, like you being presentable gave you the confidence, to express your light to this girl, and like you a man, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You a grown man, you got power, you look good, you a handsome guy.
Yeah.
So just you being presentable and you looking the way you looking and you expressing this positive energy, it brings good things, upon you. So
Definitely.
gotta be presentable, man. Gotta be presentable.
Next topic and our final topic is bridge the gap. Now, bridging the gap is basically it's about we connected the young generation with the older generation, and we couldn't meet in the middle because a lot of old generation always downing the young generation, but it should be uplifted.
Yeah.
And then the young generation shouldn't be talking back to the older generation. It should show respect to gain more knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like the older people supposed to, like when I was 22, these are mistakes I did. So I went through this, so you shouldn't go through that. Okay? So the topic within the Bridge the Gap is called to vote or not to vote.
Vote or not to vote.
You know what I'm saying? So let me break that down. So the younger generation, so the older generation is like, hey, you should vote. Your ancestors died and got killed just to vote in this country. And then the young generation be like, yo, but every time we vote, nothing changes. Police brutality, everything. So it's like we're not gonna vote at all. So it's like it's a constant battle right there. So what is your perspective on voting?
Okay. So voting is important. No matter old generation, young generation, voting is always important because at the end of the day, that is what determines the laws and how the police leadership, what I'm saying, the judges, the senators, the city council, all that is done through voting. So of course, voting is important. But if you're talking about racial issues, police brutality, I feel like that is kind of where we at in America right now. Like, it's here, and it's been here. The only difference is 400 years ago, they wasn't, hey, this is racism. Hey, look at this. This is racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't that. Now we could just see it. Now everybody know about it.
Because
So,
it's
yeah.
being more filmed now.
Yeah. So now people just, now we see it, and now we have something to get angrier about because we see it. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to have somebody tell you, yeah, there's racism out here, man. Yeah, you get killed being black. It's another thing to actually see one of our brothers, you know what I'm saying, get murdered, you know what I'm saying, get choked to death or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and that's where we at, and and that's because I feel.
So I'll ask you a question. When you say vote, so when you go to the voting booth and you vote, because we got Biden, Joe Biden, and then we have Trump. You know what I'm saying? So when you go and vote, do you research them? Do you, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel that Joe Biden's gonna do a better job than Trump, or you think Trump is gonna do a better job than Joe Biden right now? Like, what do you think when if you go to the voting booth? What are you voting for?
And this is, I think, when it comes to our culture, it says, "Oh, I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden, Democrat." Yeah, but
Okay.
I feel as if don't get fooled with, oh, if you vote blue, that's more for minorities, and you know they're gonna do something for it. I don't really subscribe to that. You know,
Okay.
I don't just think like this is the same way with Bill Clinton. He was a Democrat.
Yeah.
But if you think about the laws that he passed when it comes to the 3 strikes law,
Fair straights. Yep.
yeah, what he has done to us, to black people, is still affecting us to this day. He's done more worse than I think Trump has done so far.
Okay.
And I mean that's just, and he was a Democrat,
Mhm.
so I can't just say, oh, because Joe Biden is he's supposedly for us, that I'm gonna vote for him. I don't know who I'm gonna vote for.
Okay.
I don't really, like I said, I don't really subscribe to that. So I may vote for an independent party, but I haven't really done research into people, into their backgrounds, because what I believe in, you can always tell what somebody's gonna do by looking into their past.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta I feel like we all as people, we can't just move like we can't just move like rats, in the way of, oh, this cheese here, it looks good, so let's just go get it. No, we gotta think, we gotta be smart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Got you. Okay. What do you think?
I'm pose a different take on this. Vote or not to vote. What's the reason to vote? I'm kind of with Charlemagne on this. I don't know if y'all up to date with Charlemagne saying pretty much holding your vote.
Yeah.
Okay. More so, especially in regards to like racism in this country, being black. None of the candidates have ever or are now really saying anything that will benefit black people, like, and will really benefit. Most politicians give like, hey, we can do this, we got initiatives, but all that's just fluff, because they know once they get in there, it's a whole web of everything else. Not a lot of the initiatives that they said and campaigned on that they wanted to do never get met most of the time. And none of the candidates actually will say, well, black people, this is what we're gonna do for you guys. We're gonna make sure this happens for this. At least gonna start prosecuting some people if they do kill. If police officers do kill someone, we're at least gonna arrest them and try them under the same law to make that fair. Personally, if a candidate said that to me and I heard that, that's probably one who I would vote for, because that is the last little bit of piece of racism that I really see in this country, is that police officers or any white person can do that wrong, can break the law and get off easy. If the law was fair, then shit's cool, because then you know how to act. You kill somebody, you choke them out, regardless of whatever job you have, you killed somebody. So you still gonna go to jail for the same amount of time. Ain't because you also this person or you had this position in life. No, you broke a bigger law. You kill someone, you go and go to jail. That was wrong. So I feel like any candidate needs to really address the actual surface issues for me to even think about voting. But until then, I'm probably just gonna hold my vote until they speak and say what they're gonna do for me. I'm fucking public enemy number one.
Yeah.
I'm a black man in the United States.
I'm
already a target, so you need to talk to me before you want to say, hey, let's get these votes. You ain't did shit. So, far as that concerned, I could vote for somebody else in a different country and just go live over there. I could be setting my bag up to go live someplace else, because it's like, yo, fuck these people. So it's like, if I'm not gonna vote because you're not talking to me, until you talk to me, that's when I'm gonna vote. But until then, my other solution is get the fuck out.
Okay. If I can, I want to kind of look at this from a different point of view.
Okay.
The question is bridging the gap. Should you vote? Should you not vote? So let's think about it like this. So when a candidate decides to run, how do they run? Like what gives them
what basically allows them to run?
Well, it's basically money.
Right. So money, right?
Money can't.
Money funds candidates.
Mhm.
So money funds whoever's in the Democratic race, whoever's in the Republican race. So basically, whoever has the most money, and you can look at it like this: whoever has the most money funding them, more than likely, that's going to be the one that's going to be the one that, okay, this is the Democratic, select. This is the Republican select. So who funds the candidates? Y'all know.
Okay.
Usually private. Usually some private.
But no. So if you think about that, right? Who funds them? The people who own the land in the district, right?
Yeah, or private businesses too. Yeah.
But the main amount of money, because the most money, like, okay, so if you own this land and you decide to have a event, a fundraising event for a Democratic nominee, right?
Mhm.
So you're basically bringing everybody, this rich person, this rich person, this rich person, this rich person. But at the end of the day, you own this. That's the reason why you're able to bring this amount of people in and give this money to this candidate. So at the end of the day, let's stop looking at who's running, who's the candidate. Let's start looking at who, or let's, as Black people, let's start owning this land, so we have the power to fund who we want to fund.
Mhm.
And at the end of the day, whoever the candidate is,
Mhm.
is cool. But whoever funded that candidate, that's the person whose ideals, whose policies
Man.
is the one that's being
Yeah.
pushed.
And I'm glad you went in that direction, because that's the direction I was going to go to. Let me break this down. For example, when Obama was in office, became the president, right? You know why the LGBT, I'm sorry I messed it up, but the gay community
I don't know how many words is it? How many
Yeah.
LGBTQPL?
Let's-
God dang.
Like my man Black Dot said, we gonna call it alphabet soup.
Yeah.
The alphabet soup. So anyway, long story short, the reason why the gay community blew up the way how they blew up, because they funded Obama money. You know what I'm saying? The Asians funded the candidates money to get their agenda across. Hey, this is going on in our community, or this is going on that's having issues with. We're gonna back you up with $250,000. They did it collectively. They put the money to the candidate. When they gave them the money, their laws are being passed. Black people, we're not putting no money up. We just voting and saying, "Oh, we're listening to you. We're gonna vote for you because you said this, this, and that." Politicians are there to make things sound good, to get you to vote. You know what I'm saying? And then and then as soon as they get into office, they do the complete opposite of what you say. So you going to the ballot and voting, that system is dead. The real vote is is filling their pockets. That's the real vote.
So that brings it back. The first thing I think I basically brought up, Black people, we don't own nothing. So we don't have a say in.
We don't have any power. Exactly.
So the reason why? Like, think about this. You go to New York, right? You have a Korean town. You have a Chinatown. You have a Little Italy.
Don't forget Jews.
You have a Jew town. Whatever they want to name their town. You have that town, and in that town, it's nothing but Jewish businesses, Italian businesses, Chinese businesses, Korean businesses. You can go on Pine Hills today. You see everybody else's businesses in our community, but our own.
Exactly. The Indians,
and that's the reason. Like, as Black people, we are the most accepting of other people than any other race known to man. Like, we don't care. We say, "Oh, Mr. China, you want to come in? You want to own this right here and start selling us Chinese food? Yeah, you can have all our money. Yeah, you want some? Here you go." Exactly. But that's our problem. We don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just like to the simple concept of, if you in your mama house, you can't tell your mama to raise the AC, lower the AC, cut the heat on. You can't tell your mama nothing.
Because you don't pay no bills. So you got to pay the bills to get what you want. So you got to pay the candidates to get what you want, because just going to the ballot and voting, all you doing is clicking likes on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's all you doing.
I feel like we just don't have any prolific leaders that can actually organize. We don't have any organizing leaders because we do have a voice in Congress. We have the National Black Caucus. We have NCAA, the NAACP. I mean, we have so many leads. Like even just with my fraternal organization, there's 9 other political groups, all black owned, that are for the black people. We as black people just don't donate to them. We don't give back to them. I get those emails all the time from like donate this to sickle cell, this black people, this. These are people who can have that money and legislate as well from bills. Like just how the American Red Cross is just like whatever black person. Dang, what's the organization? Let's just say Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Black Boys and Girls Club. Matter of fact, not even do that. Let's say 100 Black Men.
Mhm.
'Cause I was in that. I was part of 100 Black Men. And you got a Red Cross. Red Cross, yeah, they could lobby all their money because everybody and mama donate to Red Cross. No one gives to the 100 Black Men to where they can start lobbying on behalf of black men. So we as black people, we say we have the biggest spending power. We have trillions of dollars. Hell yeah.
And the wrong shit.
However,
We
it's
making
like you
everybody
guys
rich.
said, we give it to them.
Making everybody rich but ourselves.
Instead, if we were to give it to the NAACP or the National Black Caucus or even our local government, because we have Chamber of Commerce, African American Chamber of Commerce here in every city that can point you to black-owned businesses. We don't give back to that shit because we look at our shit as tainted as well. Like, I'm not gonna give that black person. We all do it.
Mhm.
No one's a saint. No one's been like, nah, I support black businesses. It's still those that you don't support and you don't donate to and give to. That's our power right there. But we probably won't do that just because in the past it's been trust issues. They've had people infiltrate those organizations and
Mhm.
kill the trust with the black community, so they won't go there. So we have all the lobbying power that these white people and the Jewish people have, because the Jewish people, they give their money to only Jewish things to support them. That's why they are like, you can't touch us. We have our religion behind us. They give it all to the mosque. This is what y'all supposed to do. Y'all higher up officials, we fucking trust you. Y'all speak on our behalf. If y'all fuck up, we handle you. No one else is gonna even know
Exactly.
about it.
Your own
We
culture
handle
supposed to police their own culture. Exactly.
They
Jewish
have
people
that.
police their own, yeah.
So they that's part of their going to church and giving that money. Now all black people, we go to church. Imagine we gave money to the church and the church gave money to a central church that was for black people that housed all our shit. Just how the Catholics have the shit overseas, where the Pope is at. He's that one person that leads the whole shit. Black people don't have that one person to lead a whole shit
And
anymore.
again, like
To trust.
our problem is that like I didn't say this, but starting from the beginning of slavery, religion was used by our captors to control our minds.
Mhm.
If you can use God, if you could basically tie God into a controlling aspect, you have somebody.
And putting Jesus as white.
Yeah, and
They-
so by them, like the preachers in slave communities were the highest. I mean, were basically treated the best out of all the slaves. They were given extra amenities. They were given the good food. They were basically treated as a higher class than the rest of the slaves. So religion was always
So like
used
house nigga, in a way.
in a way, but even better, because at the end of the day, you're the relatable mind to the rest of these slaves, and you can basically tell them that what's going on here is not bad. This is what's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's our problem. Like black people, we take at the end of the day, we're getting our money by the white man, and if you getting your money by the white man, and the white man is paying you, they're the ones that's providing food for you and your family. So are you gonna say, white man, I'm gonna do what I want to do? Nah, because you gotta feed your kids. Your kids gotta eat. They need bread. They need milk. You know, your baby need this. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's kind of breaking us like apart between the older generation and the younger generation, is that the older generation is so high strung on God. White, you go in any black woman house, you see a picture of Jesus, white Jesus.
Yeah, white
And
Jesus.
then
crosses.
like us, we like white Jesus. It's a curl hair and brown skin. Why you got, you know what I'm saying?
No, so I'm gonna capitalize on that. So, do you think religion is a guideline or is it law?
Is religion a guideline of law?
Yeah, like or it's law. Because look,
To-
guidelines is like, okay, well, this is a good guideline to go by to keep my life in order, in perspective, in certain ways. But some people take it as law, like it have to be this, and sometimes when you put things into law, then you get blinded by your own principles. You know what I'm saying? That because, like, for example, the principle that work in one generation might not work in another generation. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have the same game strategy in basketball that you have in football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And in our community, man, the Bible has been like law. Like, have you ever been around black church folks?
Yeah,
They're the
of course.
most judgmental, the most
Mhm.
like you can't tell them nothing. Like
Nope.
you can like it's like
God knows my heart.
yeah, like I promise you, man. And it's
Yeah.
like, and I think that's like that shit is what's the breaking point between the older and the young. We don't really attest to that. We don't
know
really
what it
believe
is? This is my opinion.
Most
I
of us
think
don't.
people, when they use religion, they take responsibility off themselves. Like, you know how they say, oh, the devil made me do it. Or the devil, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. But instead of taking responsibility, you know what? I
Yeah.
messed up.
That is used as
Like a
something
crutch.
crazy.
Like a crutch in
yeah,
a way.
crutch,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm not saying church is bad. It's a good guideline. But at the same time, you got to have a mind of your own. And you got to take accountability for your actions. You know what I'm saying? And as black people, we so used to depending on the white master, when it comes to slavery, is basically being reinvented consistently through the generations, just in different ways, and is more mixed in. Because like when we were segregated, like it was just blacks and just white, we had a black owned business, we had our own banks, we had everything. Like remember Tulsa, Oklahoma, where they come to the Black Wall Street in Wilmington, North Carolina. It was Black Wall Street in every little area. But what happened was that we got bombed in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because white people communities wasn't making that much money as black people was. So they came in there and they bombed us with dynamite from airplanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And that has been a strategy that has been working for them for a long time. Even we're in Orlando, Florida right now.
Mhm.
Like right down the street, Ocoee was a black neighborhood. Like it was a black community.
Mhm.
That Ocoee got massacred, because one man, wanted to vote, and he wasn't gonna let nobody stop them. And when historically, when white people see black people coming together, doing something positive, they always do things to break it up, and that goes from Ocoee to Tulsa, Oklahoma, Wilmington, North Carolina, Rosewood, Florida. It don't matter where you at.
That's correct.
It don't matter. It don't matter where you at. The Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Like we have been systematically torn apart. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and that's just a credit to black people. We've been like pushing. We've been all right. You know what? You're gonna bomb us, bet we're gonna come back even stronger. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. So right now we just in that building phase again. We trying.
Yeah, and
So-
and another thing too to capitalize on that, we get a lot of distractions too. They throw a lot of distractions. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, this is the attention economy, which is the era of information. So, for example, like remember that time Pokemon came out, everybody was doing the Pokemon thing.
Yeah, I
That was
remember.
a distraction because look over here, but behind closed doors, they changing laws around. They doing something that they don't want you to see. You know what I'm saying? That's as the government. But I ain't trying to veer off what the subject is about the voting thing, but voting is basically, you know what I'm saying, you're casting your vote. Voting is like, we're casting your vote, like casting a spell. You're casting your vote.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like they put a spell on you, make you think, create an illusion like you're going to get what you want, but you really don't get what you want, because the real casting is your money, putting your money where your mouth and owning a lot of land. So we have a say so, because when these police officers, like I'm gonna give you an example, like the Jewish community in New York, right? They had a funeral for some big rabbi guy who was very popular. Remember, we supposed to practice social distancing because of the coronavirus. When the police officers out there and it was a group, whatever, they basically put those cops into their place. Like, no, what you doing? Bro, they talk to them all reckless. You know what I'm saying? Because they had power in their own community that we really don't need the dollars. But a couple of black people get in a group like that, blah, 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 what they doing? tear gas, hitting you with a baseball bat, or I mean not baseball bat, what do you call that? Billy Club, yeah,
Yeah.
nightstick, yeah, stuff like that. Because we don't have any type of power, so I'm just bringing it back around. So
it's all about It's all about land acquisition. Lobbying, bringing ourselves together, and putting our money to work to support who we want to support. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, just because somebody's black, that don't mean he's for us. Because at the end of the day, that's what they do. They use your black skin to be able to relate to the masses to make them think, oh, he's black, he's on our side.
The perfect word for that, I'm gonna let you talk. It's called boule. The boule.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. Like, for example, the boule is Oprah, P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying? All the billionaires, those are the boule. So whatever they say in their position, they say, oh, we should do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, continue.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't be fooled by the clowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, they clowns. You gotta really be able to assess who's backing this person. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because whoever's backing that person is gonna be so if like Andrew Gillum was running for the governor. Like I'm not gonna say I know about him.
Yeah.
But if Andrew Gillum was backed by a racist man, you know what? And to say that racist man ideals was I own prisons. So I want more prisoners. I want a fat in my pockets. He's going to support him because he knows that he can relate to the masses and he can
correct.
He can do mantras and make you think that his policies are for the better, but when actually they're this man's policies. And this man's policies is going to be the one that's going to get you in jail. So that's why, to me, Bill Clinton was the worst thing that happened to black folks, since the Reconstruction era. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like we had a whole civil rights.
I'm
talk,
over here just like, shit, they got it today. I'm like,
this bitch got deep in the mud.
Yeah, man. It's because voting is the root of that, man. It's the root of that.
Yeah.
It's the root.
But I just I feel like there's so many distractions, like you said, and things that make us think that, like, oh, you're black, you should vote. And if you're black, you should vote for who? Democrats. Why? Because the Democrats are good for black people.
Exactly.
They help you out. But at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about us either.
No.
The only person that's gonna give a fuck about us is ourselves. And we ain't gonna be able to give a fuck about us if we don't own them. You gotta own stuff, man. Gotta own shit.
Yep. Exactly.
Gotta own shit. So I mean, like,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
you said that shit, Ace.
Man.
Yeah, I did that, man.
Yeah. So
that was
that's
the last
it.
bit.
Yeah.
So, sure, we're good people. For those who are watching and for those who are listening, thank you for tuning in to tonight's podcast. I want to give a big shout out to Ace. Flyboy Ace right here.
Yeah,
Yes,
brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What else you got going, Ace? You got TikTok. Let people know once again where they can find you on TikTok, Instagram, MySpace, whatever you got.
Man, follow me on TikTok. Like I said, Flyboy Ace, 1 E, Flyboy Ace 1 E. It's ACE. I got 12.3 followers on TikTok. Hit me up on Instagram, Flyboy Ace, with this with 2 E's.
That's with 2 E's on
2
it.
E's.
Two motherfucking E's, nigga.
All right.
And you know what I'm saying? We putting content up like, the Tonight podcast, man. Appreciate y'all boys, man, for having me on, man.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
Oh, one more thing. Tonight's podcast. We do have a Gmail now and a YouTube page. At Tonight's Podcast is where you can just search that on YouTube, just Tonight's Podcast.
Yeah.
Space it, put the apostrophe or whatever between the S and the Gmail is Tonight's Podcast at gmail.com. Demetrius D. Watts.
Tremaine, aka Trey.
Ace Williams, Flyboy Ace. Appreciate y'all.
Catch y'all next time. It's next night.